Rosie, I think I've discovered why I don't trust myself anymore.
That sounds serious.
It is.
What happened?
I made 3 promises to myself yesterday.
Okay,
I broke all 3 before 9 o'clock this morning.
impressive efficiency.
Thank you. I woke up disappointed in myself, skipped the thing I promised I would do, and then criticized myself for skipping it.
That sounds exhausting.
It was, and the strange thing is, if another person spoke to me the way I spoke to myself this morning, I probably wouldn't want to have breakfast with them again.
What did you say to yourself?
You're hopeless.
Nick?
You never follow through.
Nick?
And for a strong finish, why do you even make plans anymore?
Wow.
Very supportive environment inside my head.
Let me ask you something. What were the promises?
First, I said I'd wake up at 6.
What time did you go to bed?
Around 1:30.
Of course.
Then I said I'd exercise before breakfast.
After 4.5 hours of sleep.
Apparently,
And the third promise?
I would cook breakfast, get ready, answer 2 emails, and leave the house by 8.
Nick, that wasn't a morning routine. That was a small military operation.
When you say it like that, it does sound ambitious.
It sounds impossible.
So maybe I'm not hopeless.
Maybe you keep making unrealistic promises to yourself and then punishing yourself for being human.
Oh.
And that brings us to today's topic.
How to stop planning mornings that require 3 versions of me.
Bigger than that.
Good.
How to love yourself more.
That phrase sounds nice.
It does.
It also sounds a little vague.
Very vague.
Love yourself.
Great advice.
But what do I actually do at 7:12 on a Tuesday morning when I already hate the decisions I've made?
That is the real question.
Because self-love often gets presented as a feeling.
Like you're supposed to look in the mirror every morning and think, amazing, I love everything about this person.
Some mornings, I look in the mirror and think, who did this?
Exactly.
So we're not talking about constant confidence.
No,
We're not talking about believing you're perfect.
definitely not.
And we're not talking about avoiding responsibility when you make a mistake.
No. Real self-love is more practical than that.
What does it look like?
Sometimes it looks like keeping one small promise to yourself.
Sometimes it's changing the way you speak to yourself after a mistake.
Sometimes it's admitting, I handled that badly, without turning it into, I'm a terrible person.
Sometimes it means making a decision without asking 8 people for permission.
And sometimes it means saying, this isn't working anymore. I need to change something.
So maybe self-love is learning how to stay on your own side.
Especially when you're disappointed in yourself.
That sounds much more useful.
And later, we'll give you a simple 4-step reset for those moments when your inner critic becomes louder than the actual problem.
I'll be taking notes. Can you love yourself and still be annoyed with yourself?
Absolutely.
Good.
You can be disappointed in yourself,
Embarrassed.
frustrated with a habit,
You can realize you made a bad decision
or that you hurt someone.
and still treat yourself with basic respect.
That's the key.
So loving yourself doesn't mean admiring yourself every second.
No, think about a healthy friendship.
Okay?
If your friend makes a mistake, you don't have to pretend it was a wonderful decision.
You might say, that was not your best moment.
Exactly.
But hopefully you don't say, you are a terrible human being and I have lost all faith in your future.
Right.
Unless they choose a terrible restaurant 3 times in a row.
This seems personal.
We'll discuss it privately.
The point is, a healthy relationship includes honesty and respect at the same time.
Including the relationship you have with yourself.
Exactly.
I like that because I think some people hear, be kind to yourself, and think it means Never criticize anything you do.
That's not helpful either.
If I'm doing something that hurts me, I need to notice it.
Yes, self-love can say, this behavior needs to change.
But it doesn't need to say, there is something fundamentally wrong with me.
Exactly. Correction focuses on behavior.
Attack focuses on identity.
And that difference matters.
How can you tell when you've crossed from correction into attack?
Listen to your language.
Let's try an example.
You forget an important appointment.
Not ideal.
A useful response might be, I need a better reminder system.
Clear problem. Possible solution.
An attack sounds more like, I can't do anything right.
Same event, much bigger conclusion.
Another one. You spend too much money one month.
Helpful response. I need to look at my spending and change a few things next month.
Attack. I'm terrible with money. I'll never get this under control.
Again, one problem becomes an identity.
That's one of the favorite tricks of the inner critic.
Inner critic.
The harsh voice inside your mind that judges what you do.
Mine has surround sound.
And apparently no volume control.
None.
But here's something important. The inner critic is not always completely wrong.
Really?
Sometimes it notices something real.
Like, you didn't prepare enough.
Maybe true.
You handled that conversation badly.
Could also be true.
You need to apologize.
Exactly.
So we don't need to eliminate that voice.
We need to change its job.
From judge,
To coach.
I like that.
A good coach can be honest.
That wasn't good enough. Let's work on it.
But a good coach doesn't say, you are not good enough.
One sentence helps you improve.
The other makes you want to disappear.
People often ask, would you say that to a friend?
It's a useful question.
But not perfect.
Right, because sometimes your friend actually needs honest feedback.
If my friend makes the same bad decision 10 times, I probably shouldn't say, wonderful, keep going.
Exactly.
So what's a better question?
How would I say this to someone I genuinely wanted to help?
That's much better.
Helping someone often requires honesty.
But also respect.
Let's say you failed an exam because you barely studied.
Harsh voice. I'm stupid.
Is that useful?
No, it doesn't even explain what happened.
So what could you say instead?
I didn't prepare enough, and the result shows that. I need a better study plan next time.
Perfect.
And actually, that sentence is more demanding.
Yes,
I'm stupid. Lets me sit there feeling terrible.
but I didn't prepare enough gives you something to change.
That's interesting.
Self-compassion and accountability are not opposites.
You can be kind and still responsible.
In fact, kindness can make responsibility easier because you're not spending all your energy attacking yourself. Let's return to your morning.
I was hoping we had moved on.
Not yet.
Fine.
You said you couldn't trust yourself.
Correct.
I think that feeling contains useful information.
How?
Trust grows when your behavior becomes believable.
Explain.
Suppose I tell you every Monday, I'll call you tonight.
Okay.
And every Monday, I forget.
After a while, I stop expecting the call.
Even if I sincerely mean it every time.
Because patterns build trust.
Exactly. The same thing can happen internally.
Starting Monday, I'll study English for 3 hours every night.
Monday, nothing.
Tomorrow, I'll wake up at 5 and exercise.
Tomorrow arrives. You press snooze 6 times.
I'll never eat sugar again.
Tuesday arrives carrying cake.
Of course it does.
After enough unrealistic promises, part of you stops believing your plans.
So the answer is not to make an even bigger promise.
No, start smaller.
How small?
Small enough that you have a very good chance of doing it.
I'll practice English for 10 minutes after dinner.
Great.
I'll walk for 15 minutes.
Good.
I'll put tomorrow's appointment into my calendar tonight.
Exactly.
That sounds almost too easy.
That's okay,
Why?
because right now, you're not trying to impress yourself.
I'm trying to trust myself.
Exactly.
And every time I keep a small promise,
You collect evidence.
evidence that my own words mean something.
That's how self-trust grows.
I'm noticing something.
What?
The internet makes self-love look very attractive.
Candles.
Vacations.
Spa days.
Buying yourself something expensive because you deserve it.
Those things can be enjoyable.
But what we're describing is much less glamorous.
Going to bed when you're tired.
Keeping a medical appointment.
Saving money.
Drinking water.
Studying for the exam you said you cared about.
Saying no when you need to say no.
Leaving a situation that keeps hurting you.
Having a difficult conversation instead of avoiding it for 6 months.
Asking for help.
So sometimes self-love is boring.
Some of the most loving things you do for yourself are incredibly boring.
That is not going on a motivational poster.
Maybe it should.
Self-love. Occasionally doing laundry before you run out of socks.
Very inspiring.
Thank you.
But there's a serious point here. Loving yourself is not only about giving current you what feels good.
It's also about protecting future you.
Exactly. Here's a simple question.
Go ahead.
Will future me be glad I did this?
I already feel judged.
Let's say it's 11:30 at night.
Okay,
You have an early meeting tomorrow.
but I'm watching a very good show.
Current you wants one more episode.
Future me would like 8 hours of sleep.
Ask the question.
Will future me be glad I watched one more episode?
And?
Future me is already angry.
Exactly.
Another example?
Someone sends you a message that makes you furious.
I immediately write a 6-paragraph response.
Before sending it, ask, will future me be glad I sent this exact message while angry?
Often, no.
Or maybe you've been avoiding an appointment because you feel nervous.
Current me wants to keep avoiding it.
Future you may be very relieved that you finally handled it.
So, self-love can mean caring about the person I'll be tomorrow.
Or next month.
Not just the version of me who wants comfort right now. I have another problem.
Just one?
Be supportive.
I'm trying.
I ask too many people for advice.
How many is too many?
Buying a jacket?
Sure.
3 people.
That already seems like a lot.
Career decision?
I'm nervous.
Everyone I've ever met.
There it is.
But asking for advice is healthy, right?
It can be.
So when does it become a problem?
When you're no longer gathering information.
What am I gathering?
Permission.
Ouch.
Have you ever asked one person, disliked their answer, asked another person, disliked that answer too?
And continued until someone finally told me what I already wanted to hear?
Exactly.
That is uncomfortable.
Sometimes constant reassurance teaches you that your own judgment isn't enough.
Reassurance means something that makes you feel less worried or uncertain.
Right.
So, should I stop asking for advice?
No, just change the kind of advice you ask for.
Example?
Instead of, tell me what I should do, ask, what risk do you think I'm missing?
Good.
Or, what happened when you tried something similar?
So, I collect information,
And then you decide.
which means I might choose wrong.
Yes,
You answered that quickly. What if I trust myself and make the wrong choice?
that will happen.
Again, very comforting.
Self-trust doesn't mean believing every decision I make will be correct.
Then what does it mean?
I trust myself to respond to what happens.
That's different.
Very different.
So instead of trusting myself to choose perfectly,
Trust yourself to adjust.
to ask for help,
To apologize.
to learn something,
To change direction.
to repair.
Exactly.
I think that makes self-trust much more realistic.
Perfect decisions are impossible because we never have perfect information.
Sometimes new information appears later.
Sometimes circumstances change.
Sometimes we simply make a bad call.
And that doesn't prove you can never trust yourself again.
Have you ever had to learn that the hard way?
Unfortunately.
Excellent. Tell us everything.
A few years ago, I accepted a project that I already suspected was too much for me.
Why did you say yes?
It sounded exciting, and if I'm honest, I wanted to prove I could handle it.
Dangerous motivation.
Very.
What happened?
For about 2 weeks, I worked too late, slept badly, and became increasingly irritated.
Did you tell anyone the project was too much?
No,
Why?
because admitting that would mean admitting my decision had been wrong,
So you protected the decision.
instead of protecting myself.
That's a big difference.
Eventually, I missed an internal deadline.
And then?
I finally contacted the person managing the project and said, I underestimated how much time this would require. I need to adjust the schedule.
How did they respond?
Calmly.
Of course.
We moved 2 deadlines and removed one part of the project.
Problem solved?
Not completely, but everything became manageable.
And you survived admitting you were wrong.
Surprisingly, yes.
So what did you learn?
Loving yourself doesn't mean defending every decision you've ever made.
Sometimes the loving thing is saying, this isn't working.
And changing it before the damage becomes bigger.
There's something else people do when they're hard on themselves.
Tell themselves they shouldn't feel what they feel.
Exactly.
I shouldn't be nervous.
I shouldn't care this much.
I shouldn't be disappointed.
Other people have bigger problems.
Which can be true.
But somehow I'm still disappointed.
Exactly.
So telling myself I shouldn't feel it doesn't make the feeling disappear.
Usually, it adds another problem.
Now I'm sad.
And criticizing yourself for being sad.
Efficient.
There's a useful word here, invalidate.
To invalidate a feeling means to treat it as if it isn't reasonable, real, or important.
So instead of, this is stupid, I shouldn't be nervous.
Try, I'm nervous because this matters to me.
Exactly.
Instead of, I shouldn't be disappointed. It wasn't even a big opportunity.
Try, I'm disappointed because I hoped it would work out.
No courtroom argument.
No.
No need to prove that I have permission to feel something.
You can acknowledge the feeling and then decide what you want to do with it.
This is where self-love becomes hardest for me.
After a mistake?
Yes, it's easy to be patient with yourself when you've behaved perfectly.
Of course.
Much harder when you actually regret something.
Let's say you said something rude to someone.
Okay?
Self-love does not sound like, that's just who I am. They need to accept it.
Definitely not.
It might sound like, I don't like the way I handled that.
Honest.
I need to apologize.
Responsible.
And one bad response does not make me permanently bad.
That's the balance.
Accountability without self-destruction.
Because shame can make you hide.
Responsibility asks you to repair.
And you need some emotional strength to repair something.
Exactly. Attacking yourself until you feel worthless doesn't necessarily make you more responsible.
Sometimes it makes you too afraid to look at what happened. We've used several important words today.
Let's slow them down.
First, Self-trust.
Self-trust means confidence in your own judgment and in your ability to handle situations.
I'm building self-trust by keeping small promises to myself.
Next, inner critic.
Your inner critic is the part of your thinking that judges or criticizes you.
My inner critic gets very loud after I make a mistake.
Next, reassurance.
Reassurance is something that makes you feel less worried or uncertain.
I kept asking for reassurance because I was afraid to decide alone.
Next, invalidate.
To invalidate a feeling means treating it as if it is not reasonable or important.
I don't want to invalidate my feelings just because someone else sees the situation differently.
Next, accountability.
Accountability means accepting responsibility for your actions and for what needs to happen next.
I took accountability and apologized.
And finally, repair.
We often use repair for fixing physical objects.
But we can also repair trust, relationships, or situations.
I made a mistake, but I'm trying to repair the relationship.
Let's make a few common sentences more useful.
First, I don't trust myself.
Try, I'm rebuilding self-trust by keeping smaller promises to myself.
Much better.
Next, I'm always so hard on myself.
My inner critic becomes very harsh when I make mistakes.
More specific.
Next, I always ask people what I should do.
I sometimes rely too much on reassurance instead of trusting my own judgment.
Next, I shouldn't feel sad about this.
B1 version. My feelings are still real, even if other people don't understand them.
Nice.
Next, I made a mistake, so I feel terrible.
I regret what I did, but I can take accountability and try to make it right.
And one more. I made the wrong choice.
I made a decision that didn't work out, and now I need to decide what to do next.
Exactly.
A mistake doesn't always need a final judgment.
Sometimes it needs a next step.
You promised us a method.
4 simple steps.
I'm ready.
Step 1. Name what happened.
Just the event?
Exactly.
I didn't wake up when I planned.
Good.
Step 2.
Notice the attack.
What did I say to myself?
Yes.
I'm hopeless. I can't trust myself.
Step 3. Replace the attack with useful honesty.
I went to bed too late and made an unrealistic plan.
Perfect.
Not especially comforting.
It doesn't need to be comforting. It needs to be fair and useful.
Good point.
Step 4. Make one believable next promise.
Tonight, I'll go to bed by 11:30.
Would you realistically do that?
Yes.
Good.
What about 10?
Would you actually do that?
Absolutely not.
Then don't promise it.
That may be the most important part.
A believable promise builds trust.
An impressive promise that I repeatedly break does not.
Exactly.
So the reset is,
What happened?
how am I attacking myself?
What's a more useful truth?
And what's one promise I can realistically keep? Let's give listeners something practical.
For the next 7 days, choose one small promise.
1.
1.
Not a complete life transformation?
No.
Thank you.
Maybe I'll practice English for 10 minutes after dinner.
I'll put my phone away while I eat breakfast.
I'll prepare my bag before bed.
I'll take a 10-minute walk.
Make it small.
Deliberately small.
The goal is not to impress yourself after 7 days.
The goal is to become believable to yourself.
Exactly.
And if I miss one day,
Don't create a new identity.
so not, I failed, I never follow through.
No.
Try?
I missed today. I'll return tomorrow.
That's repair.
Exactly.
Even self-trust includes imperfect days.
It has to. Otherwise, it isn't designed for humans. Nick,
Yes?
do you still believe you can't trust yourself?
Not in the same way.
What changed?
I think my old definition of self-trust was impossible.
What was it?
If I trust myself, I should always do exactly what I planned.
That doesn't leave much room for being human.
No.
What's your new definition?
Self-trust means I make realistic promises, try to keep them, and repair things when I don't.
I like that.
And loving myself doesn't mean approving of every decision I make.
Right.
It means not abandoning myself after a bad decision.
Exactly.
I can admit I was wrong.
Change the plan.
Apologize.
Ask for help.
Learn something.
Try again.
Without treating myself like the enemy.
That may be the heart of this whole episode.
Because I think many of us are kind to ourselves after success.
Great job.
You worked hard.
You deserve a break.
But after a failure,
That kindness suddenly disappears.
maybe that's when we need it most.
Not because kindness removes responsibility.
But because it helps us stay strong enough to take responsibility.
Exactly.
So let's leave listeners with a few things to remember.
Self-love is not constant self-admiration.
You don't need to believe you're wonderful every second.
You do need to learn how to correct yourself without destroying yourself.
Self-trust grows through small, believable promises.
Asking for advice can be useful.
But you don't need permission for every decision.
Making the wrong choice does not prove you can never trust yourself.
It may simply mean you need to adjust,
Repair
learn.
and move forward.
Difficult feelings don't need to disappear before you treat yourself with respect.
You can say, I'm hurt.
I'm disappointed.
I'm embarrassed.
I need to fix this.
And still stay on your own side.
Before you go, choose one small promise for the next 7 days.
One promise.
Not 12.
Not your entire new life.
Something believable.
Something you can actually keep.
If you're practicing English, say it out loud.
For the next 7 days, I will.
Maybe, for the next 7 days, I will practice English for 10 minutes after dinner.
Or, for the next 7 days, I will put my phone away while I eat breakfast.
Or, for the next 7 days, I will go to bed 30 minutes earlier.
Then pay attention to what happens when you keep that promise.
Not because one tiny habit will magically transform your life.
But because your brain begins collecting evidence.
I said I would do this.
And I did.
That matters.
And if you miss a day,
Repair.
return.
Continue.
That's part of self-trust too.
And here's our question for the comments.
What is one small promise you want to keep to yourself this week?
Try answering in 1 or 2 English sentences.
And if you can, use one of today's words.
Self-trust,
Reassurance,
accountability,
repair,
inner critic.
or invalidate.
And before we finish, think about your English listening today.
Maybe you understood almost everything.
Maybe 70%.
Maybe 50%.
Or maybe today felt difficult.
Whatever your result was, don't let your inner critic turn one listening session into a judgment about your entire English ability.
Look at me using the lesson.
I'm proud.
Maybe you missed several sentences.
That's okay.
Maybe you need another listen.
That's okay too.
Being a learner means you will have confusing moments,
Slow days.
mistakes,
Awkward sentences.
words you forget 5 minutes after learning them.
And days when something that felt easy yesterday suddenly feels difficult again.
None of that means you're failing.
It means you're learning.
And learning requires enough patience to continue when you aren't perfect.
Maybe learning to love yourself works the same way.
It isn't one huge emotional breakthrough.
It's a relationship you build through ordinary choices.
The promises you keep,
The way you speak to yourself after a mistake.
The decisions you make for future you.
The way you repair things when you get them wrong.
And the decision to remain on your own side while you're still growing.
You can want to improve.
You can have goals.
You can expect more from yourself.
You can admit that some things need to change.
Without treating the person you are today like an enemy.
I think that's a good place to end.
I agree.
Thanks for spending this time with us.
Keep listening.
Keep speaking.
Keep learning.
Keep your promises small enough to believe.
And when you make a mistake,
Correct yourself.
repair what needs repairing.
Then keep going.
We'll see you in the next episode of Slow English Podcast.
Bye for now.
Bye.